Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing Wednesday. I missed you guys so much for the past 2 days. I have to say it's so unnatural for me to not post, like, you know what I'm saying? I'll tell you honestly, I was having a really difficult past 2-3 days and I was really not myself. If I'm going through something internally, sometimes it's like seen, and I don't want to be that kind of person to just always show and like whatever, and it's fine, but I don't want this to be based on that. I want you guys to come here for laughter, for smiles, for positivity, for, you know, radiating sunshine, all of that. But yeah, I will say that I've been having just a tough past few days, honestly. I'm crying on cue. It's like, am I in a movie scene? What is this? But I'm here back today. I have a ton of new fun content prepared for you guys. But for today's video, I wanted to discuss with you guys some Sephora and Ulta purchases that I made this year that were definite flops. So last year at this time, I made a video where I went through all of my Sephora purchases. I shared with you guys if I liked the item, if I didn't like the item, if I returned the item, like what was the vibe. And I was gonna do that for this year. I loved the idea that I came up with, but then I was thinking to myself, I just don't know if I want to go through every single item. And then honestly, I was looking through all of the items and there really wasn't a nice chunk, surprisingly, but in a good way. I guess I didn't spend that much money at Sephora this past year. So I was like, what can I do that's slightly different, that's still engaging and fun for you guys? So I was looking through my orders on Sephora and on Ulta, and I was like, you know what? I screenshotted just products that I just didn't like. I returned for whatever reason, just did not float my boat. I was gonna do a separate video for Ulta and Sephora, but then I was thinking like there really wasn't that much to talk about, so I decided to combine both in one video. I also did factor in prices because I feel like if I buy something for $2-3 and it doesn't work out, it's like, okay, whatever, you know, but if you buy something for like 40, 50, 60 and it doesn't work out, I feel like there's much more disappointment there. Do you know what I'm saying? So anyways, let's get started. I'm really excited about this video. I would love to know what products you guys purchased from Sephora and Ulta that did not work out for you, that you're pissed about, and I don't know you. Let me know. Okay, let's get started with the first item here. This is the Benefit Cosmetics Shake Your Beauty Holiday Advent Calendar. This retailed for 65 buckaroos, a lot of money. I did a first impression on this. It was Benefit's Advent Calendar for this year. And even in that video, you guys saw my disappointment. I was like, what in the world? For this one, it was 65 in total. I think I had some form of discount, apparently $9.75. Tax, New York tax was $4.90. Total $60.50. So I paid $60 for this. Most of the items were deluxe sizes. I don't even know where half of these items are, probably scattered around. I'm sure I gifted some to my cousin, friends, all of that. I was disappointed with this one because I felt like, not only with Benefit, but I feel like in general, brands have such an opportunity to really kick it out of the park with their advent calendars, you know? And I would say 9 out of 10 times, most of them are a little bit of a disappointment. You know, it's exciting, there's a vibe, and yes, that's also part of it, but at least put like something that knocks our socks off our feet kind of thing, you know? Like $60 is a lot of money to receive goodies that you could get freebies, or you know what I'm saying? I just felt like it was very disappointing. The fact that they also didn't even include one full-size goodie in here for that price, really not worth it. Definitely one of my disappointing purchases of 2020. Next, we have this advent calendar here. This is the Sephora Collection Wild Wishes Advent Calendar. This retailed for $45 and I did pay $45 for this. No discount, no nothing. I think it was $3.99 for tax, so it was $48.99. I would say the Sephora Advent calendars most of the time suck, which surprises me because I feel like year after year they just don't learn their lesson. I don't understand sometimes, you know? And I feel like a lot of times when brands will do that, it kind of like has customers turn away from their other products as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how likely I am to go into the Sephora section, like the Sephora collection section at Sephora, whoa, and I don't know how likely I am to pull out a product from there because I feel so turned off by this. I feel like, again, they have a massive opportunity and then they just fall through with them, and it's like, come on, you know, like, put something amazing. Let us feel that feeling. Like, give a little, let us have that moment, you know? I didn't feel like we had that with this. I did a first impression on this. I will have everything that I did first impressions on linked down below if I did a video on anything, but yeah. Definitely a waste of money for 2020. Moving on to the next item here. This is the Too Faced Enchanted Beauty Makeup Set. So I actually purchased this with something else, so I don't know how much I paid for this on its own, but this on its own was $36. So this was part of their, like, one of their holiday releases. I was really excited about this one. I got like the polar bear one. It basically came with an eyeshadow palette and then like a little blush and highlighter duo. So now in person, this was actually really, really pretty. There wasn't anything too unique about it, but I liked the color story because it was somewhat different. I feel like at this time I also purchased a bunch of other holiday releases, and this one kind of got pushed on the back burner. I never ended up swatching it, never really like played with it or like, you know, got into it. And then I feel like a month passed by and I was like, oh yeah, forgot that I bought you, you know? Forgot that I said I was gonna make a video on this as well. But in the end, I just ended up returning it. It was brand new and I just felt like I really just wasn't going to use it. So I don't know if the quality was, you know, good or not. I don't know what it was, like what the vibe was like, but it was just interesting to me that I purchased it and I had it in my house, in my possessions for a month, and I didn't even touch it. I didn't feel the need to also. I felt like, nah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was when I returned. I guess not a massive highlight of 2020 for me. The next thing that I have here is this by Glow Recipe. This was $32. This is the Papaya Sorbet Smoothing Enzyme Cleansing Balm. So for $32, I mean, it's definitely up there. I purchased this to share with you guys my experience and thoughts on this in like a Glow Recipe review video, which is on my agenda to do. I did not forget. So yeah, I wanted to include this in the video, so I've been testing it out, and it's basically, it has the same concept as the Pharmacy Cleansing Balm. So you just take a little bit, massage it between your fingers, and it's supposed to kind of melt away your makeup. I love those kind of products. It's very fast, it's very easy, it's just very it's very like not annoying. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes like with other ways of removing makeup, it's like a very tedious process, but with these cleansing balms, I just love it. So I love the Pharmacy one. I'm like, okay, a lot of times I'll compare these balms to the Pharmacy one because ultimately that one is my favorite. And this one right here, I'll say that it did remove my makeup somewhat nicely, but I felt like I had to go in with more product than with the Pharmacy one, so I was in turn wasting more. But not only that, it felt so gross on the face. I don't know if you guys ever put like actual oil on your face. If you kind of like try to wash that off, you still have that residual oil feeling on the face and it kind of feels nasty. You know what I mean? So that is exactly how this feels. And then at some point, like you just like you blurred vision for a minute. And then it's like, what? So for me, I see where they were going with this one, but I also definitely think that they did not perfect the formula. It's not a breeze to use, and it makes me sad because I love Glow Recipe. I do. Tons of their products really worked out well for me, and everything is just so cutesy and fun. But honestly, like $32, it's a lot of money, and it works, but it's also a little bit annoying. I would say if you're gonna spend the $32 and just buy the Pharmacy one, because it's definitely more like easy breezy lemon squeezy vibes. Next, I wanted to speak to you guys about this kit right here. This was a Sephora Favorites kit that I reviewed a while back. I love reviewing these Sephora Favorites kits. Generally, I think that they're really a great value. It's a great way to test out a bunch of amazing goodies sold at Sephora for a reduced price tag. So this was the Clean Makeup Kit, and I was curious about this one because I haven't tried much of the clean makeup goodies at Sephora, and I'm like, okay, they have a kit, let's test it out. I will say I don't really use most of the items that are included in here. Nothing here was super outstanding. I mean, we do get a little deluxe size of the Tarte, I think, Surfer Curl Mascara, which is amazing, so good. So I'm happy about that. And then the Ilia blush is also really nice. But in regards to that single eyeshadow, just like all over the place. The Kosas lip product was like, okay, like, you know, nothing too major. Then we get a gloss and then like a loose powder, which haven't really used those products much. And for me, I just kind of felt like this was a little bit of a waste. Also, a lot of the times they will include full-size goodies in these kits, but like, I feel like the items that we would want to be full-size are not full-size, and the item that like no one would really want to be full-size is full-size kind of thing, you know? So it's like, I don't know why they do that. For $29, I feel like it was an okay roundup of goodies, but I feel like they could have definitely done better with this one, especially considering the fact that it was 29 bucks. If it was 19 and then you got all of this, fine. But again, factoring the price plays a huge role, so I was a little bit disappointed with this one. I paid $29 plus $257 for tax. $31.57 was my total for this kit. Then I wanted to speak to you guys about the Sephora Favorites Baby Let's Glow Outside Bronzer and Highlighter Kit. This right here retailed for $42. I purchased other kits at the time too, so I don't know how much tax and everything was, but this came out, I want to say, like 3 months ago. I reviewed this and a whole bunch of other little kits together. And I did mention in that video that this is way too overpriced for what you get in here. These are such repetitive products that we see constantly, day in, day out, day out, day in. It's just like, at this point, it's like, I hear where you're coming from, Sephora, but you know, like, it's 2020, 2021 soon. I feel like they need to maybe get a little bit more with the program. I feel like maybe, whoa, I'm so like harsh. Maybe like 4 years ago would have been like, oh my gosh, yes. But at this point, it's like, I did mention in that video that this is definitely going to go on sale, and to my surprise, or I guess not to my surprise, this did end up going on sale. So with this one as well, $42 for this is a lot, you know, factoring that in, but for half off, okay, not bad actually. But yeah, to sell it for $42, receiving what we got in there, I'm just like a no-go. Next, we have another Sephora Favorites kit. So a lot of Sephora Favorites kits were disappointments for this year, I want to say. This is the Mini Mistletoe Highlight Set. Now, I like this set only because we got a deluxe set of the Dewy Set Mist from ABH, but the other two products, I just find that I don't really use them. And I just feel like if you're already including deluxe sizes, can you include like one of the newer items that just came out, or something else that's more like exciting that like people are lusting after, you know what I mean? Not just one good item and then two like random-ish kind of items. Even though these are nice, the other highlighters that were included, I just felt very like, yeah, it wasn't anything way too exciting, I would say. So a little bit of a disappointment. I mean, it was only $15 this kit, so not the biggest deal, but imagine this kit would be $5 with the items that would be included. I'd be like, yes. But because it was $15, it's like, I hope you do better next time. Okay, that's pretty much it for Sephora. So I would say most of the items were Sephora Favorites kits actually, or like advent calendars. Now let's move on to Ulta. So a lot of these items are items that I actually spoke about in a disappointing makeup video that I made a few months back. But if you guys missed out on that, I'm here to speak about them today. So here are my 2020 Ulta fails. First is the Lid Light Eyeshadow here by Lime Crime. I picked this up in the shade Airy. It was a Frosted Champagne Metallic Shimmer. This retails for $16. My intention with this one was to use it as a highlighter. I love using eyeshadows as highlighters. It's like just something that I do. I really enjoy it. Like highlighters for the face basically. And so yeah, I just thought that this looked really amazing. First of all, this is the most pieciest product to work with ever. And a lot of you guys are like, what does piecey mean? Piecey means like literal piece. Piecey. It's just like crumbly. I feel like that should be a word for the dictionary. This is just so piecey, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this was definitely not something easy to work with. Even for the eyes, I feel like it would actually maybe irritate because there's so much flakiness and like fallout with this, and it's very thick. Like very thick. I mentioned that this might be at TJ Maxx. Kind of surprised that it's not there yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if I find it there because I feel like these are, well, at least the one that I tried, massive fail for the face, for the eyes. It's not gonna work out. I would definitely not recommend that for 16 bucks. That's gonna be a no. Then the BH Cosmetics little vanilla peach truffle palette was $12. That was a little bit of a disappointment as well. I love the concept. It was so cute. I love the fact that it was so affordable. So not the biggest deal that it didn't work out. But they had 4 color stories to choose from. I picked up, like I mentioned, the vanilla peach. And I think that I am somewhat pretty fair. These barely showed up on me, and there was really no vibe to them. Like, they just didn't build up. They didn't show up. They swatched very poorly. And I'm kind of like, what's going on here? So, yeah, definitely disappointed with these guys. With this guy right over here. Maybe the deeper quads work out better, but for this one, as much as I wanted to love it, it wasn't a no. I did mention that I might pick up a different one though because I want to make this work for me. It's so cute, but this one right here, X. Next we have this right here from JCat Beauty. This is the Priz Metal Chrome Eye Mousse. I picked it up for I think $2.99 or $5.99 it says here. This sucked. Like, sucked. And when I spoke about it in like a fails video, a lot of you guys were like, yeah, that sucked. I wanted to give JCat Beauty products a try. So I was like, okay, let me try this. I'm so turned off from the brand now because this product's so annoying to work with, but I'm not gonna judge them based on this, but this has got to get off the shelves because I can't imagine anyone loving this. This has such an awkward like texture to it. It doesn't feel like a Super Shock shadow. It doesn't feel like a powder. It literally feels like jelly and glue. It doesn't stick for nothing on the eye, with glue, without glue, nothing. And it looks like it's 33 pounds thick. Really, I don't know. Was this tested before it hit the shelves? I'm not sure, but that is gonna be a no, even for free. It's not worth it. Next, I wanted to speak to you guys about the I Heart Revolution Tasty Popcorn Palette. I paid, I wanna say $10 for this one. I did want to start trying like the Makeup Revolution palettes. I think that they're themed out beautifully, so cutely. It's fun, it's a vibe, you know, like they have the avocado one. I think they have like orange, they have red. So cute, you know, and it's so affordable. sucked. This palette was so bad. I feel like people who might use this might think that their makeup skills are terrible, but no, this palette is bad. The mattes blend out to nothing, very chalky, very thin. They look very powdery on the eye and they build up to nothing. And then the metallics do not have a one swipe swatch situation vibe to them at all. Also, the metallics are very thick, hard to blend out. This looks so bad on the eyelids. I would love to see someone who would make this work beautifully, because for me, I could not make it work for nothing. I have tried other makeup, I Heart Revolution palettes. I think that's Makeup Revolution palettes. Basically, I think it's the same brand. I have tried a few other ones and they were okay, but this one was like the worst of the worst that I've tried. So definitely a disappointment of 2020. Then I wanted to speak to you guys about this right here from e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is the Lip Lacquer Gloss in Clear. You guys know I've been trying out tons of clear glosses as of like recently. What's recent really? I would say the past year, you know what I mean? This is one of the worst clear glosses that I've tried. It has a very weird texture to it. It also has a very weird, like almost artificial kind of smell, and it doesn't feel comfortable on the lips at all, which was kind of upsetting, I guess. I love e.l.f. and a lot of the products do work out for me, but this was just kind of a no-go. And I mean, it was only $3, so not the end of the world kind of thing, but there's so many other ones on the market for also like $4 or $5 that are just so yummy, or even $3. The Essence one is goals, and that one's heaven, but this one right here was a definite no-go for me. I would not recommend that at all. And then the final thing that I wanted to speak about is this right here. This is the Hot Tools Curler. So this right here was the biggest size, like the barrel was huge. I'll have to like put up on the screen here what size it was. I wanted to get this one to get my hair to have those like bigger, wavier, more like looser, effortless curls. This did not work out for my hair. I love this brand. Do not get me wrong. This brand is one of my favorite hair care brands ever. They make such good stuff, but that's why I bought this. I'm like, okay, maybe. No. The issue I had with this one is that it actually didn't like latch onto the hair. And even when it did, it didn't have like, there was no curl to it, which surprised me. Maybe I'm thinking also because the barrel was more on the shorter side. I just feel like with that thickness, you need it to be much longer. That's just what I'm thinking. I did end up actually returning that one because it was like 50 bucks and it was a little bit of a waste of money. For me personally, I really wanted it to work. I really wanted those curls, but I think I'll just have to like settle for something a bit more thinner that'll actually latch onto my hair. My hair is really good with curling. Like, usually whatever you do to it, like, it's good to go. I'm very thankful for that for my hair. I mean, it has its days where it's not the cutest, but to the most part, it really just adjusts to anything and everything. But yeah, for that one, I was kind of surprised that it didn't work out. So other curlers from them, yes, but this thicker one is gonna be a no. If you have this one and it does work for you, please let me know if it does. Okay, so that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. I was a little bit aggressive, I will say. Yes, I was, but yeah, I have to calm down sometimes, but I still hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know what your fails were for this year. I might do another like fails video with other goodies that I've been trying out this year that I didn't necessarily purchase this year. Let me know if you guys want to see that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm looking forward to reading your comments down below, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.